What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having yourself a good week, and we are hopefully on tap for another good weekend of football. For myself, anyways, the Badgers got Maryland tomorrow, so hopefully they can bounce back after getting ran over by Bama last weekend. And for all of us, we've got Packers-Browns on Sunday, a noon game. I personally love the noon games. I'm an early riser, so the night games wear me down pretty good. Head to church in the morning, Sunday morning, come home, get some lunch rolling, and then boom, we've got the game right away at noon. So my favorite time for it. And I know we've had some problems in the past of waking up a little slow for these early games as a team. That cannot be the case on Sunday. The Browns actually have a legit defense. They've got one of, if not the best defensive player in the league in Myles Garrett. We can't be sleepwalking. We can't be heading into the half with a 7-7 tie game or a 10-7 or a 7-3 game. We're on the road. And Jeff Hafley was talking about that. Being home at Lambeau, it's easy to get the team fired up. The energy is already there. But since we're heading on the road for the first time this year, we're going to have to bring our own energy. Excuse me. And I know guys like Josh Jacobs, Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, Xavier McKinney, they're going to get our squad fired up and ready to go. And, yeah, we got to beat these guys like we're supposed to, so by multiple scores, right? How about a Tucker Kraft update? If you were on the social sphere at all yesterday, then you saw that Tucker injured his knee in practice, got some tests done shortly after, and thankfully it is not long-term. Nothing that will land him on IR per Matt LaFleur, but he did miss practice today. So that puts his status up in the air a little bit for Sunday. And Coach said during his presser before practice started that they will give it up to game time before deciding whether he will play or not. So that is something to monitor over the next few days. The Packers, last I checked, open up as 7.5-point favorites against Cleveland. And if you are planning on going to a Packers game this year, maybe you're thinking of buying some last-second tickets for this weekend's game, don't buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. Why is that, Rob? Well, they guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market. In fact, if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, which you won't, because I have tracked and logged every game to prove this fact for 2 years now, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else, same tickets as StubHub, SeatGeek, all those guys, and TickPick is the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers21 for an extra $21 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. Well, let's hop into the comments section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. I'm taking your calls now. Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience. Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on and provide the guidance that you need to make the most informed decision possible. They have just shy of 2,000 five-star reviews. They've helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured? Get Nicolet. My man Tracy is in the house. Micah Parsons coming off that snap count or what? I sure hope so. He's finally off the injury report, which is a good sign, right? Week one, he had 29 snaps, if I remember correctly. And then last week, that jumped to 44 snaps. So quite an increase in snap count. And, yeah, you feel his presence out there every single time, right? He is a game wrecker. And to see him go at it full time is a dream come true, right, as a Packers fan. So hopefully on Sunday, if I were to guess, probably not going to be full-time, which I'm okay with. No need to rush anything. They spent a lot of money. They put a lot of things into getting Micah Parsons and making him a Green Bay Packer. And we got to do it right as far as ramping him back up, because you got to remember, he did not practice at all during preseason, during training camp. No practices, no games, obviously. And so Coach said a couple of weeks back, right when we got him, that they'll use these next 4 weeks as sort of a ramp-up period, sort of a training camp-esque type of thing for him. And that 4th week would be next Sunday night against Dallas. So I would expect probably around the same as last Thursday night, 40 to 50 snaps. That would be my guess. But we shall see come Sunday. Hopefully he can make as big of an impact as he has been the last couple of weeks. Thank you, Tracy. Riley, under the radar guy who will make a game-changing play on Sunday. Under the radar guy. Good question, Riley. I'm going to go with Bo Melton. That's about as under the radar as you can get, since he's pretty much on the field primarily for special teams. He missed last week, and we missed him last week. The punt coverage unit was, let's just say it was not that good. We missed his speed as a gunner, and I think with him back, we'll see him pin a guy or pin the ball deep on punt coverage. Who knows? He might even cause a fumble. All I know is we'll do much better in covering punts with Bo on the field. So, Riley, to answer your question, I will go with Bo Melton as my under-the-radar guy who will come up big on Sunday. Mario, I'm going with Luke Musgrave. That's a great one, Mario. Love it. Garcia, toughest remaining game on the schedule. Garcia, that's always tough to say, right? Things change so quick in the NFL that, before the season started, I probably would have said either of the Lions games, right? Maybe that Bengals game at home here in a few weeks. The Eagles game, I still think, is probably going to be our toughest one, or at least one of them. Thankfully, that one's at home. But as we all witnessed, we handled the Lions pretty good in week 1. And that's not to say the second matchup in Detroit won't be hard, because it will be. But Joe Burrow, now he's not going to be playing in our game against the Bengals. The Ravens game at the end of the year will be tough, especially since both of us will probably be fighting for some high seeding in the playoffs when that game does take place. So to answer your question, I will go with the Ravens game at the end of the season. It is the second to last week on December 27th. So a couple days after Christmas, maybe we will get a late Christmas present. I sure hope so. Mark, you're thinking the same as Mario here. Mark says, Musgrave due for a breakout game? I hope so, Mark. We have not had the chance to witness much of anything from Luke ever since we drafted him. He's either been injured or behind Tucker Kraft as far as playing time goes. So if Tucker can't go on Sunday, Musgrave, I hope, will be in line for a solid game, right? I do think we will still see those 2 tight end sets as often as we're used to. More of, Ryan Fitzpatrick, maybe some Ben Sims possibly. So, hopefully Musgrave can have a decent game. I think they'll probably throw more so to Matthew Golden, Dontavian Wicks. Romeo Dobbs has been on fire these last couple of weeks. So as far as the tight end room goes, I do think the 3 being Musgrave, Fitzpatrick, and Sims can hold down the fort until Tucker gets back, if he's not able to go on Sunday. Thank you, Mark, for hopping in. Appreciate you. My man Nick in the house, as always. Rob, what is the Packers' record when you are at games? That's a great question, Nick. I honestly don't know off the top of my head, to be frank here. I don't even know how many I've been to. Probably in the 20s, maybe 30. It's pretty good, I will say. And that's kind of because I choose games that are a little cheaper as far as ticket prices go. Games that are more than likely probably against teams like the Panthers this year, or, for example, the Cardinals last year. Both teams that were not very good at the time we played. But, yeah, for the most part, I've seen more wins than I have losses. So thank you, Nick, for hopping in. Appreciate the question. What else we got? Junior, Go Pack Go from West Texas. Junior, thanks for hopping in the chat. I saw a stat saying the Browns like to play man-to-man. I think this week is the Wicks game or the Golden game. I hope so. Matthew Golden didn't have any catches last week. And I think he had, 2 catches in week 1. So hoping for some Matthew Golden action. It's not like he's got to go off or anything crazy like that. But I did also see Dontavian Wicks talking in the locker room after practice, kind of smiling, smirking a little bit when he was asked about the majority of man-to-man play that the Browns do play. So, yeah, I'm with you. Dontavian Wicks, Matthew Golden in for big games, respectively. So, all right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.